Today is Friday, April 3rd, and today is going to be kind of an interesting one here at the beginning of April. Okay, so looking at our categorical for today, we see just kind of some general thunderstorms across much of the eastern plains, but specifically looking at Texas. Central to South Texas, we see that marginal threat, but really the southern part of Texas is going to have that slight threat. And we'll look at that here on the composite in a bit, but what this is kind of a system of storms that's moving through, and they're going to cause some pretty severe hail, is what the outlook is right now. No tornadoes are really expected there. There's a 2% chance along the Mexico-Texas border where it's starting to go southeast. So we're not expecting any big tornadic activity, just kind of some high tops and maybe some hail with that. We could also expect potentially some wind gusts throughout the day, but it's about the same as the hail. Okay, so looking at our composite reflectivity, we can kind of see that there is a cold front, and that brings us to our temperatures. So today's temperatures, and man, is this a bow echo. So it's not a bow echo in the sense of a storm, more of temperatures. So we see throughout the whole day, we see 80s in our central part of Texas right there, where we're seeing the most convective potential. But looking, we can see that line that is really of those kind of 40s that runs from all the way down in Mexico, clear up through Canada. And that is a broad cold front right there, and it is pushing cold air. Behind it, we see temperatures in the 40s and into the 30s in some places, even into the 20s the further north you get. Now, we don't really see stuff like this, but it is spring, so it is stuff that you can potentially get. We're not expecting any big snow out of it or anything, but out ahead of it, it is going to be a very nice day of 70 and 60s across parts of the Midwest. The Ohio Valley is going to be nice and toasty at 70, so a lot to expect out in front of the storm. But as we see, or as we kind of see this broad cold front make its way through, we're going to see temperatures plummet again, but we will see, obviously, since it is a cold front, there's always a warm front associated with it. So we will see in some coming days some warming temperatures, but it's not going to be 30 across the whole country. We'll see just kind of some of those 40s like we have in the past few weeks. So looking at our temperature anomaly, this is how much the temperature is off compared to really our kind of normal temperatures for the time. So this is compared to average. So east, we can see temperatures 10 to 15 degrees above average. But as we look to the west, we're seeing them 20 to 30 degrees below average. And this is for this time of year too. So if there was precipitation with this, we would have a snowstorm. But since there isn't really, it's just kind of a really fast moving cold front that is a really long cold front too. We are just seeing some of those colder temperatures. So if on the backside of the cold front, you can expect temperatures about 20 degrees below average. But out in front of it, we can see some temperatures rising 10 degrees above average. So basically today, tomorrow, and a little bit on Sunday, we could see everything east of this is going to be a little bit warmer, but everything west of it is going to be quite colder. So really this splits the U.S. into thirds. So we see the first third, the eastern third of it, is warm or about average, but a little bit above. And then the 2/3 on the left, the western part of the U.S., we are seeing them quite cold. So this is what to expect today, and you kind of expect that tomorrow. So looking at what's going to be going on today, we see that discussion that was posted this morning. So the Day 1 convective outlook out of the Storm Prediction Center in Norman, it states that there is a slight risk of severe thunderstorms across portions of central, east, and south Texas. The summary is scattered to numerous thunderstorms are likely across central and eastern Texas into portions of the deep south Texas today and tonight, with very large hail and a few strong wind gusts possible. So that just confirms that we are not looking at a tornado potential, but we could be looking at a really wind gust potential and then hail. So we're going to see these big storms, but they're not rotating. So that's something that's good. So we can get some really cool looking photos, but without that kind of danger level there. So looking at our reflectivity, in the morning hours, we have that system of thunderstorms moving along the cold front down in Arkansas and northeastern portions of Texas. And then as we get around noon, we're going to see that start to work its way into Arkansas. And then we see in the afternoon hours that start to make its way east but kind of die off. Really, around 1 p.m. is where we see these individual cells cross over from Mexico into Texas. and they start producing very quickly. So this is where our severe threat is. Really, we see these storms well produced at 2 p.m., 3 p.m., they get into a line, 4 p.m., we have kind of some building to the north. So really our individual cells pop up at 1 p.m. is when our first sight of them is, and then they start strengthening, and then they reach full strength by really 3 p.m. So we'll see these individual cells, as you can see down in Texas, moving along, and then we'll see them kind of group together and create a whole storm system, and you can kind of see that cold front actually work its way through Texas. And we'll see this all the way through 5, 6, and then at 7 o'clock we see that north part die off, but we see some individual cells work their way into southern Texas, but then towards the eastern part of Texas we still have that blob of that southern storm that will die off by 8. But we will see certain supercells kind of build in that bottom portion of Texas right there, a little tiny Texas's kind of tail there. We could see 1 or 2 supercells produce really at 6, 7, and 8 p.m. So we'll see those start to die off at 9, 10, and then throughout the night they'll die off. But one thing I wanted to note is, as we kind of look back through this, you can really see that cold front moving the way through the eastern plains there. You can see that bow shape, and at the bottoms where it's severe. That's where the cold front kind of ends, is right where all this severe stuff is. So where that warm air hits that cold air, right there is where that severe weather is at. And we'll see that some of that kind of upper level rotation, which will let the storms kind of build more, but not be rotating at the bottom. But the other thing I wanted to really point out is, look off the eastern coast. So we've been seeing this low, this kind of potentially subtropical. There's a potential for it to keep spinning. It is retrograded, and it is heading back towards the coast. It was heading out, and then now it is heading back towards parts of New Jersey, up through Massachusetts, potentially up to Maine. But just look at it as it goes through each model track. It kind of looks like a small hurricane in a way. I just think that's kind of interesting, especially on the radar, as we see it kind of head towards the coast. And we see it at our last look is really at kind of 9 p.m. is where it's looping back south again. So it's not gonna go onto the coast. It'll just kind of loop right there and then head back out. But it's really our earliest kind of hurricane look that we've seen this year. I'm not saying it's a hurricane or anything like it. It's just on radar. You can kind of see that eye that's right there, which is kind of cool to see. But one thing, if you've seen the IR satellite imagery, it is fascinating to watch some of that. So, yeah, I mean, it kind of some cool stuff going on today. We have some severe storms in Texas, and then that we can see that really cool low pressure system off the coast that is just beautiful on the satellite. But just giving you one last look again at the convective outlook, there is a slight risk of severe thunderstorms across portions of central, east, and south Texas, and the big players here are going to be large hail and a few strong wind gusts. But these are going to be scattered to numerous thunderstorms. So we'll see them scatter and kind of be a supercell at the beginning of the afternoon around lunchtime. And then you can expect those to really group together and be a big, strong, powerful storm by about 3 p.m. the middle of your afternoon. Well, thank you all for listening and watching, and join us tomorrow for your weekend forecast that will cover both Saturday and Sunday. Hope to see you then.